Okay, let's move right on to another management. The one we're calling this time around is Rupeeredee. It's an e-lending platform. They've raised $6 million from the parent company, Digital Finance International. The startup extends loans through its partner institutions and has a digital NBFC as a group entity as well. Rupeeredee plans to use the funds to enhance technology backend and enhance systems to evaluate customers better. To discuss more, Jitin Bhasin is joining us. He's the MD of Rupeeredee. Let's chat with him as well. Jitin, hi. Thank you so much for coming on board. Just for the benefit of our viewers, while we do understand the space that you operate in, what exactly are the services you're offering?
So, Rupeeredee is a digital, it's a fintech company, and we are in the business of facilitating personal loans for the larger Indian population, and we are focused on the underserved segment, specifically in India. And the platform allows a customer to come online, and we use a lot of data sciences, machine learning, artificial intelligence to process a customer's profile, and we facilitate a personal loan for the customer on the fly. So practically within 10 minutes, if you have some basic information at your disposal, by coming to Rupeeredee, you will be able to get the right offer for yourself, and within 10 minutes, you can walk away with the money in your bank account.
I was looking at your website as well just now. Very interesting. You enter the amount you want and for how many days the amount needs to be borrowed. And immediately you sort of have a transaction tool or a calculation tool that tells us how much amount will we get and how much do we have to repay. But, can you tell us what are the kind of mechanisms that go into these tools? How much interest are you roughly charging? Because if I see the home page, if I request for 7,500, I get 6,500, but I have to repay 8,250, which is a tad bit expensive according to me.
Yeah, so basically, I think what happens is that there is a service fee component which is involved in the overall transaction. So if you see that a lot of people, processing fees are fairly standard term, which loan companies. So we have NBFCs at the back end. So of course, ours is one NBFC, but there are NBFCs at the back end which charge a processing fee and the interest component as well. So cumulatively, it's our responsibility to make sure that the customer understands the charges that are involved. And I think what happens is, since the loan term is at times very short and the loan amount is fairly small in general, because we are offering loans starting from 5,000 rupees, and the NBFCs that we work with, they allow that kind of flexibility. So we have made sure that on the very homepage itself, the customer gets to understand what is the charge structure that we are looking at, and we allow the customer to evaluate the entire bifurcation upfront. And that's where the journey starts. And the entire computation, the entire machine learning part, the entire automation or artificial intelligence, as you may call it, starts after once you accept the initial offer, and then we start assessing you during the course of your loan journey.
Can you talk to us about the NBFC business as well? What exactly are the segments you're targeting and how exactly are you operating, if at all, differently from the others, from your peers?
So basically, we have a group entity, which is a digital NBFC. Now, how a digital NBFC is different from traditional NBFCs is that digital NBFCs are committed to ensuring that the entire process is extremely seamless, 100% paperless, all digital process. So if I were to tell you the USP that we are able to deliver to customers from our NBFC and even with our partner NBFCs, because we have created an ecosystem in the fintech company that we have. So we have two companies, right? One of them is the fintech company, the other one is the NBFC company. The enabling mechanism that we have created actually cuts across the NBFCs at the back end, but digital NBFCs are focused on ensuring that the entire process of credit assessment, the entire process of acquiring details from the customers, which allow an NBFC to be able to decide whether the customer can receive a loan, yes or no, can be done digitally. So, as a customer, you can come on our platform, you'll be asked some basic questions. The entire process is extremely gamified, if I may call it, because you would not feel that it is very onerous, and you can finish the process within 5 minutes. Some basic queries are asked about you, who you are, what you do, some basic personal information, mandatory information which is required from a KYC servicing perspective as regards RBI norms are concerned about know your customer. And then immediately the NBFCs at the back end, using the risk engine that we run, which is a multivariate risk analysis model that we run at the back end, allows you to understand whether you can get the loan, yes or no. And if the answer is in the affirmative, then practically, within, let's say, 600 seconds, you can get the money into your verified bank account. So this entire process today can be done digitally, and with all the tools that are available at our disposal in this country, digital tools, we've been able to harness the information available, the tools available, the enabling ecosystem which is available, and we have created a mechanism which the customers can now leverage for obtaining these loans on the fly. So you could be at your house, you could be at your office, you could be traveling, commuting to work, and you can just apply from the website or the mobile app. And today we are getting more than 1 million visitors on our website and mobile app every month.
How many loans are you processing right now?
So we are currently run rating at processing more than 10,000 loans per month. And I think the very reason, and we take pride in saying this because we've been actually active for almost a year now, and 10,000 loans is a significant number. And the reason behind this is that we feel that convenience is trumping everything else as we see in the market. So, and especially during this festive season, we see a tremendous uptick in demand. Our loans are very, short term and very flexible. So, and they're very, very transparent structures, right? And we see that we are funding consumerism to its core, because today, let's say a customer can come evaluate the product, and they can be the product can be available for 7 days and can go up to, let's say, a certain amount of time. We've also launched a loyalty program for our valued customers, and that program is called Rupeeredee Elite, wherein we can offer you longer term loans as well at perhaps differentiated pricing. So basically, we are focused on risk-based pricing, and we are currently run rating at more than 10,000 loans a month, which I think is a significant number.
That is actually encouraging. Jitin, earlier this year, I think you had faced some customer data breach issues as well, which were eventually identified and resolved. How exactly have you now strengthened your tech platform and your IT processes, etc.? And the funds that you've raised now, will they go into strengthening the systems and processes further, or are you looking at deploying the funds for other core areas?
See, basically, I think, yes, as you rightly mentioned, we had faced one instance of, a possible hacking attempt way back in, I think, very, very early this calendar year. But we have progressed significantly since then. And even at that point, we were not, no data was breached actually. And we were able to contain it fairly fast, that particular instance as well. But certainly we have invested tremendously in our IT assets. On the security side, we take security very, very seriously. And the very fact that we currently are attracting over 1 million customers and processing more than 10,000 loans a month, I think is testimony to the fact that we've been able to deliver seamless service to our customers. And the way we are doing this is that we take data security very seriously. We take the consent architecture, if I may call it, very, very seriously. And as you would know that in this country, in India, also something very similar to GDPR is going to become reality very soon. So we as an organization are extremely cognizant of the risks which do prevail in the digital ecosystem. So everything has pros and cons, and we are available cognizant of the pros and cons, and we have invested in that area. Having said that, the new funds that we have raised, and we have raised these funds over a period of time, it's not a sudden cash injection in our organization. We have raised funds both in our NBFC and in the fintech company. And to answer your specific question, these funds shall be used to further enhance capabilities for us to be able to deliver seamless credit products to Indian customers. We currently are available in 25 cities. We may want to expand the footprint, the geographical footprint of ours in India. That's area number one. We would want to strengthen the backend processes as regards customer service. We would want to also be able to cater to a larger volume of customers. We see that there is tremendous demand that we are able to generate, and we want to gear up to be able to service that kind of demand. We are actively expanding our teams, and we shall continue to invest in that particular area because we are attracting very high quality talent, and we believe that's core to expanding the business. And we are focused on creating a sustainable business, right? And which should be sustainable for customers, sustainable for ourselves as well, to be able to deliver it seamlessly. So we will be investing in artificial intelligence further. We feel that there are areas which we can invest into creating some better propositions, and we are committed to improve ourselves. We are committed to question ourselves and therefore improve ourselves, and also focus on customer service very, very heavily, because we do see that with the scale that we are able to generate, these are areas which we have to focus on and we are committed to focus on.